Good greetings, Rusty Dog here. Welcome back to CMS 2018, and today we will be tackling this rusty rust bucket that Rusty will be taking the rust off. And it is a Porsche 911 GT3RS 2016 with a B6, that is a flat 6 twin turbo engine producing 420 horsepower and 519 newton meters of torque. We're going to be increasing that just a little. We're not going to be racing on the racetrack this time round. Boo! I know. So we're going to be on the drag strip, and maybe we'll take it for a spin, probably literally, on the airfield. So I'm going to probably be maxing out the performance on this as much as I can possibly do it. We're going to really get some good race car energy going on this one, and I may be tempted to just widen those rear tires just a little bit more, or keeping them the same width but just maybe making them jut out a little bit. They seem to be already kind of right where they need to be. You can just see the tire there coming through. That's just about bang on. Maybe I shouldn't make them any wider. I don't think there's going to be any options for wider wheel arches. So on the front we can maybe track it out a little bit. Maybe go one step wider, but I don't know if I should. Maybe I shouldn't. So we can see from here that the car is a mod. Now I do have the Porsche DLC for this game, but this is actually not a DLC Porsche, it is a Porsche mod. So that means that if we take a look inside the Community Cars body shop down here, I don't know how that got there, but yeah, okay. So if we, oh, the mouse movement's so slow. Oh, I need to change that. So if we go and type in Porsche 911, I guess I better put the GT3 part so it doesn't get mixed up with others. I want to see what options there are for the rear, if there's any thing. There isn't. I was going to see if there's any fender flares for the rear wing, but there isn't. We've got two bumper choices. I don't know what the difference is, apart from it looks like we've got some orange lights down there and red ones there. Or is that just my eyesight? I don't know. No, maybe they're both red. I'm not actually sure what the difference was. I wish it would actually show it. Sometimes you don't really get to see the difference. Those red lights look quite red, and those don't look quite as red. So I think it's different lenses. And then we've got two different tail lights. So I think the B tail light here matches the B bumper lighting type. And then you've got these two different headlights, A or B, and yeah, not a lot of choice. The trunk again seems to be the difference on the brake light across the top there, whether it's a strip all across. Okay, fair enough. And the rear wing, well, probably going to go for this one because it's if I need one, because it's more in line with the GT3 style, I think. Oh yeah, we do need one. We haven't even got a trunk on it. But as usual, going to get the mechanicals out the way first. Now, the other thing I want to be shopping for, of course, is I have turned the sensitivity down on this, and boy oh boy, has it gone down too much. So some of the rims on here have got the Porsche logo on them, so they are actually proper Porsche wheels. Now I'm probably going to be keeping the ones that I've got. These are the other ones that you find. This looks like a very much earlier design. Indeed, it's from the 964. I think the Porsche 959 had a wheel similar to this. That was a very fast classic car. So there's a 991 wheel. That doesn't look too bad. But the one we have now, I don't know what it is until I take it off. Is there any more Porsche wheels here? Because the one we have on certainly has the logo on it. We'll have to take them off and find out. Because you can see it does have the logo on, but it's none of the choices that we saw. So I don't know what's going on there. So I'm just going to quickly whip these off. Now, I guess these are staggered rims as opposed to a straight setup. So staggered means that the rear ones are going to be a different size to the fronts, usually wider. And we will take a look. So we'll get them all off. And if there are any wider wheels on, then you can be sure that they are coming off the rear. Because you wouldn't really have wider wheels on the front unless you were going for some sort of nutty drift setup. Have some thinner wheels on the back so it slides around easier. I don't know. Let's get this one off as well. Because we'll have to get these sorted out fairly early on so that we can roll the car into the paint shop when the time comes. So what do we have? So we have, yeah, you see they are staggered. Look, so we've got 275 on the front and 305 on the back. So that's the amount in millimeters of the width of the tire, the tread. So 275 millimeters wide on the front and 305 millimeters wide on the back. The 35 is the profile, which indicates that the height of the tire wall is 35% of this 305. So whatever 35% of 275 is the height of this one. So even though these two numbers are the same, it doesn't mean that these two tire wall heights are going to be the same. Because this is 35% of 275 and this is 35% of 305, which is still going to be a higher number. So this is still going to have a higher tire wall than the front ones. 19 is the diameter of the hole inside the tire, or the rim, 19-inch rim. That's more accurate to suggest it's the rim. And ET0 is the offset, so it's basically how much the wheel is protruding away. The offset is kind of, you can have a negative offset as well, but this game for some reason doesn't allow it. But if you have a negative offset, it's like where the let me try and I know some of you will know this. It's the distance measured from the hub to the center of the actual wheel's axis, the center of the wheel. So if you have a negative one, then that means that the center of the wheel, in other words this bit in the middle, is more outwards, and when you stick it on the car it's going to push the wheel in. And then a positive one is like having a positive ET is like having a spacer on the car. It's going to, the hub of the rim's going to be further in, so when you put it on the car, the tire's going to be, the wheel's going to be more sticking out. Let me just think about that a little bit. Yeah, of course it would. Yeah, it would. I think I've got that right. If I've got that wrong, guys, let me know. But I think I do know what it is. I just don't know whether I've explained it correctly. Yeah. All right. I think these are all ET0s, right? They were. Yeah, they are. Okay. So the only difference is the tire sizes, so the rims are all the same. Now, the only way we can find out what rims these are is to split one of them up. So I'm probably going to do... Oh, no, there it is. Look, rim 991. So it was that one we looked at. You see, it doesn't look like that on the car. You've got this great big hulking bit in the middle where you put the bolts in. And that looks like a significant portion of the center. But yet when it was on the car, it didn't look that big at all. All right, well, we're going to need to split them anyway to see if any of them are repairable. If it's the usual way with CMS, it's going to be you'll either repair 2 or 3 of them, but not all of them. Let's see. I bet it won't repair all 4. I don't. Well, I'm just going by historical stats. 18%. That may or may not be repairable. Obviously, the tires will not be, because you can't repair tires when they're screwed like this. There you go. That's the one that's not going to get repaired. And we're running on a sport tire. So I think we're going to change it to either a race tire, or we'll change it to slicks. Slicks is obviously going to give us the best 0 to 60 time because of the extra traction. And if it's a GT3 car that we can use on the racetrack, then yes, it should have slicks on. Look at the state of this body. I've never seen that much rust. Right. So I predict. Well, I don't even predict. Let's see. Yeah. See, yeah, we've got 3 rims here. The other one's not even listed because it's just not even repairable. So we've done 3 of them at least, I think. Yeah. So we need to buy another one. As long as we know it's a 19-inch, then we can sell it right now. And the tires I'm not going to get rid of quite yet, because my memory doesn't hold out that well. So that Porsche 911 rim, which was quite a way up here, I think. There it is. Yeah, that is that one. It wouldn't suit these others. And oh, there's another one. Look, that's from the Carrera GT. Ooh, that's interesting. It's the same price as well. What about these ones? I fancy these now. But the thing is, I've repaired 3 of them. So maybe I would buy one anyway to get the full set and then store it. Oh, I don't know. And these from the Hellcat, that would look good on a Porsche as well. Oh no, choices. Too many choices. Too many. The problem is as well is you can't test fit one, so you can't sort of. I've got to actually just buy one when they can be quite expensive, and then if it doesn't look right, I'm kind of stuffed. These would look okay as well, I think. It's always a chore to decide on the right wheels. There's lots of good choices here, actually. Like these would kind of work as well. Even this one. Obviously, it doesn't have the logo in the middle. I'd rather get some wheels that have got the logo on. But I don't know whether this, because just to buy one of these on a 19-inch is going to cost a pretty packet, 816. Okay, let's just try one. I just want to have a look at one and see what happens. Stick it on the rear, I guess. So we'll hook that up with that is a rear tire, so we'll hook it up with a crappy rear tire. Yeah, it looks nice. And again, you see the middle doesn't look quite as, it's not taking up as much room as it would on the picture. Do you know what I mean? Look at that. Look how much that star shape in the middle is taking up. It looks like it's huge. But when you see it actually here, it doesn't look that big. It's more predominantly the spokes. So, yeah, you have to kind of factor that in when you're looking at those, what seem to be inaccurate thumbnails. All right, so let's mount this this rim and just see what it looks like. It might not look too bad. It might even look better. I don't know now. I'm going to have to put another one. I'm going to have to put another one of the other ones back together. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it works, but hold on. Just bring this down a second. Oh, yeah. So this has got 5, and the other ones have got, well, they're double spoked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double spoke. Yeah, interesting. Alright, well, we've not seen these rims on this car yet in a repaired state. So let's get one of the other ones, and we'll stick another rear on that one, and we'll compare it. It's probably easier to compare a front one and a back one on the same side, but I'm going to do it this way. These look pretty good, actually. I might stay with these. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah. I do try to think of, if this was real life, which one would I pick, you know? And it might not be any of the two. I might go for a third party. I would probably go for a third party rim that isn't a proper Porsche wheel, but I don't know. Difficult to say. I'd like to see more choices. I think we've only got 1, 2, 3. I think we only got 4 choices of rim on these. Yeah, this looks better. So there's that one. I know it's subjective, but I think on this particular car, I like this rim. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll stick with these. Yeah, it's nicer. Just a little bit. I mean, I like them both. Oh, that engine. I've just taken a look at the engine, and once again, there's nothing left of it. Can't remember where I got this. Oh, Junkyard, obviously. Yeah, Junkyard. This is no barn find. Righty, so we're definitely going to have to resplit these. I didn't even need to split this one, really. I could have just sold it as is, but it's done now. Did that look a bit stuttery? It did, to me. And we need to separate the other one, because of course we need to buy new rubber feet. Yeah, it is a bit stuttery. I always thought that looked kind of smooth. Right, so what we'll do is we will sell this wheel. I'm going to lose a bit of money on that, like $400 or whatever. But I've still got a fair bit of money left. I'd like to work my way back up to 15 million, which I think we can do. So the front tire on this car is a 275/35, and the rear is a 305/35. Now we could go with a 285 on the front, but I'm not sure if we can go much more than a 305 on the back, because it's pretty much. We can go with a. Can you go with a 310? Just 5 millimeters wider. Let's get rid of these. And now what we'll do is I'm gonna get another one of those wheels, because I know we need it. So we'll get one of those. Another $816. And tire wise, we have the sport tire. So the only ones that are superior to that are the race tires and the slicks. Now the slicks are a lot more money. Don't know really. whether to go with race or slick. What's the car value? I'm going to write this down, guys, just for now. So it's 16467. I know that's not the true value because I haven't got the wheels on, and that's the car value without the wheels. But I just want to get a ballpark kind of figure. So, right, let's get the tires. So let's go for the expensive slicks. So I want 2 with a size of 19 and a width of 275. Going to keep it standard, and a profile of 35. 275 y 35 profil. Right, so we've got 2 of those, and we need 2 more with 19 inches of diameter and 305 width. Oops, whoops, don't click too much. Look at the price of these for 2 tires. Why? I don't know why this game has the tires so expensive. I mean, I know they're slicks, but no matter what tire you buy, as soon as you start getting up into the normal sizes, 17s, 18s, 19s, it's like the prices are just absolutely off the flipping wall. Right, let's get all the wheels sorted. At least get that done. So we're going to install, it doesn't matter which tire goes onto which rim, so we're just going to just pop them all on there. And then we'll put these wheels aside. I wish you could stack them up, like here, just put them down. You pick them up and put them down, just stack them there and leave them there until you're ready, you know? Like literally be able to just hold down the shift key and something and just lift and then just drop and then actually just manually stack them. Just like you would in a thing, in a real workshop. So we're going to install this and this. And while this one's turning and turning and turning, we're going to go to balance the first one that we did. And I should have balanced it first because the balancing takes longer. No, I don't want to separate. Made a mistake. I'll take that one and balance the other one that I just did. And we'll take this one and then we will join the last rim. Now there's a reason I'm doing the wheels first, and I'm going to mount them back onto the car right now. Take and take and balance and yes. Okay, so while that is balancing the two, what have I got in my pocket? I have two 275s already done. Wait a minute, what's... Oh yeah, that's the one waiting to be balanced. So I've got the front ones we can do. But this is ready now. So I'll take that. All that faffing around. Alright. Whoops. Walking into the pillar. Right, so I should have one rear, two front. Correcto. So let's get the fronts on. Make sure that we mount a 275 on this. Nope, that's a 305. So 275. Okay, and then on this one we want to mount the 305 on this one, which is that correct wheel. Okay, excellent. Let's go and grab this one, it's ready. And then we can put it on here. Because as this is a GT3 RS, I mean, this is a car you can buy. It's not like, oh, you know, you can't, it's a race car. Did I put the right, I bet I put the wrong one on. No, I didn't. Yeah, this is a car you can buy yourself if you have the money, of course. It's not one that's just made for racing, just because it has a GT3 on it. Right, so we're going to right click and move. This is why I put the wheels on. I want to move it into the paint shop. Now I know I need to fix the body and stuff, but I'm just want to have a quick look at something so I have some advanced knowledge of whether this car comes with a livery, like any race liveries. And it looks like it comes with something, but the body's in such bad shape. It's got something down here, maybe words. The body's in such bad shape, right? I can't see what they are. I thought I might see a stripe or something. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so we've got some options, but it's nothing. I was hoping for like a racing livery, maybe, you know, but clearly that is not going to happen. It doesn't look like it anyway, because there was no real significant changes there. So we're going to have to get the mechanicals done, which means taking the bloody wheels off. Well, they look pretty good. The wheels look pretty good with the Dominator tyre wall writing on there. Kind of looks pretty cool. Not quite sure what it's dominating. Not much at the moment. It should be called the maybe the recyclinator at the moment, or something like that, because recycling appears to be what this car's just good for right now. Just crushing that body down and recycling it into maybe 500 tins of baked beans or something like that. Something more useful, you know. But the car enthusiast in me will say, no, this car can be saved, and so let's do it. So what I'm going to do is, just to get it out of my inventory, is I'm going to store these wheels in my warehouse, which is the equivalent of me putting them down, I suppose. Yeah, it's the equivalent of me putting them down, what I said before. So now they're in my warehouse. One day I will fix this door, but until then. So now comes... I probably didn't want to do that. Can you come down a little bit? I want to get some of the bits off the front, like the battery, the brake pump. It should be a servo, but anyway, there it is. Brake servo. I want to get the ABS out. These are all the bits that on a rear engine car you're going to find in the front. Fuel tank it's going to want from underneath. It hasn't got a fuel filter on it. There's the battery. And radiator, front or back? It should be front, because that's where the air comes in. So let me have a look. Well, if I move to, say, a part mount mode, see if there's a radiator meant to be going in there. No. You wouldn't put it at the back. No radiator. What have we got, an air-cooled engine then? Don't think so. Not on these. Right, okay. So that's that. I want to get that out of the way. And then up here, I think we've got to do it from here. And that is to get to the fuel tank. Take that away. Okay, so these are things that are not part of the running gear, you know. So I suppose you would count the exhaust in that as well. Now, because it's a rear engine car, it's not going to have an exhaust flowing through from the front, obviously. So we can't put performance exhausts all the way down the car. It can only be on the back, providing they have them. And the last thing I want to take out, which I should have done before I pop the car up, let's remove the engine cover, is this thing, the air filter base. So that got to take the filters out. This is a new one, I've not seen this one before. And the air filter base. That's it. So all that remains is engine and running gear. Okay, so I think we'll get that sorted. There's obviously some issues with the dashboard there as well, which looks like it's, because it's a mod car, you can probably click on something in here and it'll remove the entire interior. Right, so we're going to whiz over and put the battery on charge. I don't know when the last time was I bought another battery. That looks like it's going to charge just about. And I'll replace the bits I've got now, and then we can whip the engine out. Because it's just, if I do this now, I don't have to, whoops, I don't have to do these parts later. They don't have to be sat in my inventory. So the only thing we can get here that is performance is going to be perhaps the middle exhaust section for a 991 and the 2 air filters for a B6A. Right, so I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to grab those and see what we end up with. See you in a sec. Alright, that's done. Thank you, phone. Right, so we have a new brake servo, ABS module. The engine cover was, these were all repairable, thankfully. Fuel tank wasn't, had to get a new one. Performance middle exhaust section. I think I'm going to need to buy a rear exhaust section as well. Maybe more than that, I don't know. We'll have to have a look. But when the time comes, we'll buy those if we need them. The 2 performance air filters, an air filter base, and I think I'm going to need an air filter cover because I don't think the engine had one. So let's mount those already. Get those done. That didn't make sense, did it? Let's mount those already. Let's mount those now. There you go. There's the back box. Rear exhaust section 991. But it looks like there's nothing connecting. There's nothing connecting the exhaust to the engine, which is very strange. So we've got the air filter base, which we can mount now. And we'll put the 2 nice air filters in there, brand new. And now the cover, which we didn't have before. And it has bolts, not clips. I was wondering about clips, but yep. Got a good memory. Alright, awesome. Now, anything else to go on the back apart from the exhaust section and the engine cover? The engine cover I'm going to have to leave out. It should let me remove the engine with the engine cover off, on, but on, off, on, off, on, yeah. I'm not sure. Let's go around here and see if we can find something that lights up. There we go. And in part mount, we can't do the fuel tank yet, obviously, but we can. Oh no! What do you mean accessible from the engine bay? Where do you think I am right now? I'm at the engine bay. Hello? Hello? Accessible from engine bay. Seriously? Like back here? Sometimes mod cars can be strange. Can I even see it from here? If I can see it from here, I can light it up. It's too far away, it's not lighting up. Oh dear, this is kind of funky because I was actually able to highlight the brake pump. So now it's letting me do it. I did take it off from in this way, so I don't know why. Yeah, anyway, doesn't matter, it's done. That's it. Okay, so the only thing left to go on now is the fuel tank and the exhaust. Get those in, clear my inventory. And part mount. We do need to put the fuel pump in there, which we will do. And then down at the back of the car. Uh-oh. There we go. I just need to highlight something mechanical and then we can do it. Now it looks like I'm going to need another one of these. Middle exhaust section. So it's two... Oh, I see. And then it goes into... So we need another one. Rear exhaust 991. So I've got this one to go on, which is performance. Beautiful. So let's get these right now in the performance shop. Now, can I just type in exhaust 991? Can I get away with that? I think so. Yeah. So I'm going to get another one of these. Another one of these. Just gives an extra 3% horsepower overall. Now this... Oh, I bet I needed to buy this one. A. Did I? Oh. I did, yeah, A and B. Sugar. Let me just look, I got it on the right side then. Is that an A it needs? Yes, it is an A. Let's get this on. Well, that's annoying. But that's what you get when you don't pay attention in class. There's an A side and a B side. It's not always the case with this game. Sometimes you get an exhaust part, like middle muffler, for example, and it fits on both sides, even though in the real world they would look a little bit different. Okay, I can't believe that there's no section after this. Maybe when the engine's built, it'll tell me I need to find something. Got a turbo there, twin turbo. Yeah, that would make sense. We've got to buy those. I'm not sure whether we can get those performance. Let's have a quick look. Just going to type in turbo, see if they sell them. They do sell them, but do they sell them for this car? I'm not quite sure. If we go to part mount, the turbo that it wants is B6A, and let me guess. Oh no, you see they're both A's this time. So turbo B6A, not available. Is it? It is! Woohoo! Extra 3% on each. So we're going to need to buy two of those when the time comes. What other B6A parts do you have? Air filters we've got, camshafts we'll have to get, engine head A and B we'll have to get, fuel rail, intake manifold, throttle body, two intake manifolds A and B, and two turbos. We'll get all of that. We're going to buy all of these. And then spark plugs and the usual stuff. But specific for this car, we're going to need all of this. And we will be buying them all. Okay. So I should now have an empty inventory, apart from the engine cover, which is exactly what I have. Perfect. Okay, it's time to get stripping. So, just thinking, no, I'm going to do the running gear first, and then I'll take the engine out. Yes, and we're going to put a performance gearbox in as well. And just, yeah, haven't decided on the color yet. I quite like this color that it's already in, but maybe we'll Google the car and see if what it what do we think it looks nice. Also, I tell you what I am thinking in terms of color. Lime green, like a really deep lime green. Yeah. Because I've seen a lot of like Lamborghinis and Porsches in that color. So, right, I am going to start stripping. Don't be alarmed. I'm going to start stripping down the running gear on the car, and then we can buy all the new stuff. So I will see you when that is done. Righty-ho, that's everything done on the running gear, and I whipped out the gearbox while I was underneath the car. Pretty sure that is everything. Just want to confirm. Just the flat 6 engine in there. Ooh, we have a roll bar option by the looks of it. I don't know whether one's in the car already, but that's certainly some kind of indication that we do have a solid race car here. Now then, do we have a roll car? Oh, a roll car. Roll cage. Oh yes, we do. Right. Okay, so now it's time to whip out the engine. Oh, where have I moved it? No, not to the Aston. The Aston's later. Move it to there. And pull out. I'm saying nothing. Add the engine to the crate. Crate Mark II. And if we go to move and get that out of the way, we now have a completely empty car. The only bits that are on that car now are new bits apart from the body. We go to status, you will see there is nothing on the car that is, well, apart from bodywork, seats, windows, hoods, but we're not touching those yet. We'll get to those later. But engine-wise, as you can see, it's all greyed out. It's not actually installed on the car, and anything that is on the car is fully 100% working. Absolutely brilliant. And I believe, let me have a look. The car value has only gone down by $100. Yeah, that's how much all of this stuff was worth, I suppose. Mind you, we've got new stuff in, so it balances out. So we'll probably be taking the windows out, windscreen, seats, everything when the time comes. Apart from the battery, I don't think anything else needs to go into the hood. Right, so I'm going to fix all the running gear, fix and buy the running gear, get all that back onto the car brand new, and then I'll start tackling this flat 6. You can see now why it's probably called a flat. I'll rephrase that. You can probably now see why it's called a flat 6. We've got 3 cylinders on this side, 3 cylinders on that side. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 exhaust ports on each side, and got 2 camshafts over there. 4 performance camshafts going into this thing. Right, exciting times ahead. How much extra horsepower? Well, who knows? It's going to be fun time finding out, though. Right, let's burn through all this stuff. No bangs yet. Now, I didn't hear any bangs, so that means everything that can be repaired got repaired, and everything that's not repairable, well, didn't. Oh, I forgot to take the suspension apart. Right, so calipers, yeah, all the brake stuff doesn't get repaired. That didn't. That was a failure. Ooh, it's quite a lot. Rubber bushings, yeah, you can't replace those. You can't fix those. So let's take a look, see how many parts we did, because there's no 100% parts came out of this. So if we look, we've got 6 in a row here. So we've got 12, and then 12, and then we've got another 9. So 12 plus 9, so 21 parts we managed to fix, and plenty that we didn't. So these are the ones we're going to have to shop for. However, I don't actually need to pull these apart because you can't save any of these. The only reason I do pull them apart is so that they're in my shopping list. But I do know what to get. But I'm going to separate them anyway into their component parts, because that way when I do my shopping I'll know to get, 2 rear springs, 2 front springs, 2 front caps, 2 rear caps, all that. It's just so it's in my inventory properly separated. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to doing the Aston Martin there. It's going to be put into British Racing Green, no question. I already have somewhere written down, somewhere on a piece of paper on my desk somewhere. I have the proper colour code for British Racing Green, and I'm going to do it in a nice metallic version as well. Keep the same wheels. I'm probably going to put tyres on there without the writing. I don't think I'm going to go with the writing on the rims on that one. And then the Honda Prelude should be fun as well. Now I know I shocked maybe one or two of you earlier when I said that I would be maybe considering a lime green for this. I might take that back and not do a lime green. I'm certainly going to have a look at the option, but maybe I go with a more gentler color. I don't know whether to just go with something more conservative or to go with something out there, like a bright yellow, like a real good solid yellow. I'm not talking here like yellow with an orange tint. I'm talking lemon yellow, like proper yellow. But for some reason, performance car, like if you get a little everyday runaround car in yellow, very few cars pull that off. They don't look right. Like, little yellow Fords and little yellow Renaults and Citroën. They just don't, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work well. But once you get up to supercar standards like Lamborghinis, Ferraris do it, Porsche, they can pull off colours like yellow and lime green, and it works for them. Why? Why is that? Why would a Ford Focus in lime green just look yucky and horrible? But yet you do it on a Porsche, and it's like, wow, that looks really cool. What is that? Why? Is it because it's a supercar and we just accept anything? Would a pink Ferrari look okay? It's weird. It's just a thing of... anyway. Right, so I'm going to sort this by name. Say my name. Right, and then I'm going to just go through and order all these bits that we need. And then I will be back and we will rebuild the car in warp speed. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, we have all of the parts for the running gear. There it is. Hopefully I've got everything correct. So, let's get it all together, shall we? Okay, now I've got it all done, but you'll see on the rear that there is no drive shafts connecting to the engine, and that's because it requires the gearbox, I think, to go into, or at least something like that. So I'm probably going to have bits left over. Yeah, the 2 drive axles and the gearbox. Now the gearbox, we can't just fit that on because it's going to need the engine in. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I've noticed how the gearbox isn't lit up, even though it'll probably light up when the engine goes in. So that probably means when we got the engine together, we may get these exhaust sections lit up once we get the manifolds on, because there was no exhaust manifolds on the previous engine, so we may still have the rest of the exhaust to do. So that's good. But we still got, like I said, we've got to put these drive shafts in at the back. So they're still kind of pending, along with the gearbox now. Well, that's fine, but at least the running gear's done and on now. So I can put the front wheels on there, okay, but I can't put the rear wheels on. So I guess we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay, engine time. Let's see. Let's strip this down in real time, and we will see what we have, which is not a lot. Now the engine head, I could try and fix it, but I'm going to be replacing it with a performance one anyway, so I'm not really sure how much point there is to this. What are we on next? The timing chain shoes. Yeah, basically anything that's performance that's going to go on the car. I can either scrap the previous one, or I can repair it and put it in my workshop. You know, there's that option as well. What do I need to get up now? So, didn't see the other shoe down there. Always have a pair of shoes on. Timing chain off. Cam gears off. And that will release. Oh, I've got to take all this off first. Alright, let's do this side. Let's tackle a side at a time. Get the caps off. There's not many parts on this. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't have any choices for engine swaps on this. So it's this engine or nothing. So camshafts, we're going to be getting rid of these anyway. Camshafts and the head are all going to be replaced with performance parts. Thank God thank God the heads come with the valve springs and everything. So that's that side done. Let's see what happens over this side. Okay. Shoes off. Take your shoes off in my workshop. There we go. We got the chain. Cam gear A. Cam gear B. So that'll be 2 A's and 2 B's I have to buy. Oops, there's another one there. There's definitely caps missing. Before I take the camshaft out, let me switch into mount mode. So it's 1, 2, 3 on each camshaft. So I'm going to need, whatever I do, I'm going to need 12 of these camshaft caps. 6 aside. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know, so I don't have to figure it out later. You're probably not going to see the engine build on video. It's just going to happen magically in front of your eyes, because it's one of those engines where I have to keep revisiting the shop to build up parts. It's typical with a junker car, or a car that was a junker car. So the pistons are coming out, or at least that one did. And that one. So this means it hasn't got any piston caps on it. But I know I'm got rod caps. I know I'm going to need 6 of those, regardless of anything. Let's just take the pistons out of this side. Well, how close do you want to get to it? Let's try it from this way. That's better. Now it looks like it's not letting me remove these pistons. Is it? Oh yeah, hold on. So what does that mean? That these two, yeah, these two have got the rod caps on them. How is that even possible? Oh look, I can get a crankshaft bearing cap from in here. That's new. Right, better get the clutch out before anything. Performance clutch going on. Yeah, I might repair all these parts anyway, because I can only repair the clutch plate out of the entire clutch anyway. What the hell do I do now? What comes off now? Obviously can't take the crankshaft out yet. What? Oh, the pistons do come out? What? Something just turned green. Oh, so what's turning green in there? Something's wrong here. This is really weird. Every part won't come off because the parts won't come off because it's not letting me. Maybe I have to do it from this side. Let's get this crankshaft thing off. What about the rod caps for those pistons? Can I see them in here? What on earth is going on now? Right, I don't understand why I can't get the piston out. Normally because they've got caps on them, but I can't get at the caps. Nothing's green here. I thought taking the clutch thing off. This is bizarre. This is a bit messed up. The pistons on the other side came out. I'm going to have to just scrap the engine and start with a new one by the looks of it. Oh, I can get inside. I can get inside, guys. That means I can get these rod caps off. Well, this is absolutely bizarre. I've never actually ventured inside an engine before. What is going on here? Hey, mod maker. You're insane. Just thought I'd mention that. Where's that? How do I... This is so stupid. How do I get to that other rod cap? Let's focus on the piston and then go round like that. There's no part I can see it. Oh, great. Fantastic journey. And I can't turn the crankshaft round, so that's not helping. This is absolutely the craziest thing I've ever seen. Now I did take a rod cap off, and for some reason it's not letting me focus on this piston. There. Okay, so now we've just got this guy, which if I focus on him, I can't visibly get to the thing. What if I focus on the crankshaft and then zoom in? Oh, no. I'm trying to go in, zoom in as much as possible. It's a pity you couldn't select the part and then just zoom in on it that way, but you can't select. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I think, oh, now then, can we get to the rod? I hope it's not like this putting it back together. There it is. This is. I'm staying inside the engine now. Get the crankshaft out. And then all that's left is the block. A. Oh, is it two A's? That was insane. That was so silly that you have to actually be injected into the engine and do a fantastic journey thing. Oh, how I'm going to look forward to putting this back together again. Oh yes, putting these pistons back in this is going to be an absolute joy. And you guys are probably going to miss it. Right, so we put that together. Did we get this together? No, we didn't. So, engine block A, B6A. Let's go for that. Engine block A. And we want B6A, so it's one of these. It's to the half of a Porsche engine. Ah, maybe. No, it still wouldn't work. I was going to say maybe we'll put the pistons in now and the crankshaft, and well, you can't put the crankshaft in until you put the other half of the engine on. So that's not going to work. And there's that breather pipe, which oil filler tube, which I'll finally get to use. Why? Is this the correct way around? Yeah, it is. I've never seen an oil filter like that. Not a screw-in one in that direction, but okay. Well, I'm going to have to build this engine out of sight now, guys. Oh, am I looking forward to this? No, is the answer. What did we manage to repair? 3 camshafts, which I'm not going to use. Alright, these are only the bits we took off the engine. I mean, I haven't even factored in the parts that weren't on the engine, and there was quite a bit missing. Alright, so I will be back when the engine is complete. And we will take it from there. See you in a second. Okay, the engine is done. It was a little bit tricky. I did have to dive inside the engine in order to put the rod caps and the crankshaft caps on, but it did get done. It was a little tricky, but we got there. This engine, guys, is a thing of beauty. It is a sculpture. It is maxed out performance-wise. Performance turbos, camshafts, power steering unit, spark plugs, coils, fuel rails, intake manifold. There's no exhaust manifold because it's part of the exhaust system, the turbo system. The turbo comes with the pipes. Alternator, anything that can be done is done. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. There's the turbos at the bottom. Look at those. See what I mean about the exhaust manifold coming with the turbo? It all comes as one thing. Performance fuel filter. I've got a fuel pump, I think. Performance fuel pump still needs to go in. Performance gearbox still waiting to go in. Got 2 crankshaft bearing caps left over. I guess I overestimated those. They're only $21, so let's get rid of them. So, this is what it looks like all performed up. This is for the oil goes in there. That'll remind me not to forget. Throttle body is performance as well. The two engine cylinder heads, they are as well. I think these are giving us, what was it now? 6 or 10? Let's have a quick look. They give us quite a bit. If you go into here, the engine head 6, so it's 6%. I've got all of this. So if we add all of this up, we've got 2 of these, so that's 12. Then we've got 4 of those, so that's another 2, that's 14. 15, 16, 19, 22, 26, 27, 28, and 29, 30.5% more. Then we've got 6 of those, so 30.5, I'm not even going to calculate that. Let's call it 31. 32 and a half. 32 and a half, 33 and a half, 34. Oh, the intake I've already counted. Yeah, 34%, would that be right? Extra. That doesn't mean we're only going to get a 34% increase on the dyno. No, not at all. And then we have 35, 36, knocking on the door, 37%. Yeah. Oh, and then of course, not forgetting the 37, and then 6 of these, which is another what, 3? Yeah, it's about 40%, 40% extra power, and that's not counting the gearbox, which doesn't really give you power, but it will certainly help you push the car forward if you get the ratios right. Okay, so let's take this off from here. So we need to come out of here, not all the way out, that's it. We just need to get to the stand, and then take off the engine, and then we need to go and get the engine crate. Just having a think. Yeah, I have to put the engine in order to put the rear drive shafts in order to put the gearbox in order to put the rear drive shafts in order to put the wheels on, in order to get it to the paint shop. But I need to move it to the body area first in order to find a new door and all that stuff. So let's install this. Condition 100%. That means I haven't missed any parts out. That is very, very relieving to know that there's no parts on the inside missed out. This thing, man, I know you can't see it from here. There's the oil filler thing. I should do that now, shouldn't I? But I need to select a part of the engine first, and then I need to go and get it. There we go. Accessible from the engine bay. That's going to prove interesting then, because I'm sort of, I'm at the engine bay. Air intake. I hope this doesn't think that it's on. Oh, sugar. I hope it doesn't think that the engine bay is the front, because that's going to mean things are going to be a little bit tricky. It's not that I can't get to it. Is it? Oh, shoot. What's the furthest back I can get? Maybe this spring? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, can I get to it from here? Yes. This is bizarre. How... Never mind. The car's not even ready, nowhere near ready for this yet, but this is just so I don't forget. And while the car's down on the ground, we should have the battery charged up. Oops, I'm supposed to do it this way. Let's take a look. Battery's healthy, all ready to go, and the battery, as we know, goes in the front. I don't need you anymore, so you can go. Thank you very much. Oh, need to click on something. I know, it's weird, isn't it? So the battery's on the other side. Somewhere. There it is. Hiding. And do we get this from here? Yeah, we do. Okay, so performance fuel pump going in. And that should seal that deal. Alright, up we go. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of this engine. I think most of it's kind of hidden. That rusty bit you saw is probably part of the body, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Look at this flat six. Aye, Porsche, what are you doing, man? Oh, I need a starter motor. I do indeed. I knew there would be something I would forget. So the starter, it's not going to be a V8, is it? No, standard starter. Normal mode? No, can't do it from here. Okay, I need to come out then. So we need to buy a starter, which we didn't have before. Get one of those. Where am I facing? There we go. Okay, part mount, and let's see if we can navigate. There it is. Oh, we've got to get it from the engine bay. Oh, that's going to be fun. Alright, well, oh, I had my opportunity to put the axles in there, didn't I? Let's do that then. Let's get this far one in first. And we'll do the near one. And now, hopefully the wheel... Yes! So now, one more part to go on. If we can reach the damn thing. Let's focus on anything. Engine. Engine. Highlight. Come on. Come on, sweetheart. Mount. Now, where's that? There it is. Sweet. Absolutely. So, if we're looking at global parts condition 96, I think because we haven't got the wheels on, I'm hoping that's all it is. So let's get those on. Oh yeah, I stored them. Okay. Alright. Alright. So, if these are sorted by arrival, then they'll be at the bottom. Clickety, 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 clickety. Okay. Let's go and fit these on. Making sure we're putting the 305s on the back. Okay, and let's try doing it from this side, which I know requires a very long-reaching spanner. Magic spanners, look, magic spanners there. Hey, if it gives me the option, I'll take it. I'll take it. Says walking around to the other side of the car. So that's all the mechanicals done, and all of the running gear. Well, the mechanicals and the running gear all count as one for me. Mechanicals for me is the running gear and the engine. Okay, awesome. What does it say now? Is it 100%? It is. Global parts, 100%. Great. Let's move to... A. Oh yeah, the two spaces are taken up. Alright, not a problem. Aston, you don't mind moving on to car lifter 2, do you? No. So now I need you to move over to there. Perfect. I like working on the floor for this stuff. So let's get the engine. Oh my god, sorry. Yeah, this needs to go on a ramp. Let's get the body welded. I keep forgetting that this thing needs to be on a ramp. I'm not quite sure why it is, why it needs to be on a lifter, but it does, and I do keep forgetting that. Why you can't put a welder onto a car body without... Who wants to work around a lifter when you're welding? Okay, let's do that. And while we're here, just to get it out the way, let's do the interior. Because that'll work next to the lifter, but it'll also work over by the floor there. So let's do this. So now we should have... Lovely. So the frame is good, all welded up. The interior is now good as well. So it's just the body, which is all the, like the wing and the boot and the bonnet and all that stuff. Car value has gone from 16,500 to 143,000. Lovely. That's performance engine in there. Once this hits 100, we will have a very nice restore bonus, and I think the value is going to go up considerably, or I am hoping it's going to. Right, so the crappy parts, anything that's on the car that can come off now is coming off. It doesn't look like we actually have a window on there, so fair enough. Is there a window there? I can't really I can't tell. Assembly mode. No, maybe not. Okay. God, how far you have to back off from the car and it still won't go normal. I think I'm going to put those other headlights on as well. Okay. So now, what do we have on the status? 1%. I think that's correct, is it? Ah, the seats. Okay, 2 seats. Let's get those out. And that is interior disassemble. And it didn't come with a steering wheel as well. Oh, it's come out of disassemble mode. Okay, what about now? So in the car status, as long as we don't have anything, that's it. Just greens and grey. 100% and then grey things, and that's all we need. So we need to replace all of this. All what you see here. So license plate, I noticed we have a rear one. Is there a front license plate? Because I don't want to end up buying 2. It looks like it doesn't have a front license. Okay. Hood B. It's going to be interesting now. Alright, let's see what we can repair. And then I'm not going to use that headlight anyway. Oh, damn it. Right. So right click and inventory. So the seats are knackered and the windscreen is knackered. I'm not going to use that headlight. Hood B depends. Depends what the other options are. So let's go to the global. We've already got this set up here. So here you see, this one I didn't want to use it. This one's better. I'm gonna need all of this, aren't I? And I quite like this one. I prefer that one over this one as well. Okay. So what do we have sorted? I didn't take any doors off, so this headlight I don't need, so I'm going to sell that. And I'm going to sell the hood. And the 991 seats can go. And the windscreen can go. We might as well just buy everything. that I'm going to need. Just buy everything, and then, you know, if anything gets left over after that, well, fine. So, before we dive in here, I want to make sure that I go to the interior and just type in 991. Ah, we have the proper steering wheel. Fantastic. Now the bench. Ah. Did it? It's a racing car. It's got a roll cage in it, so it probably hasn't got room for a rear bench anyway. Let's see. I don't know why I came round to this side. There's no room for it. No. Alright. Well, I'll get the seats in anyway. And the 991 steering wheel, the correct one. Lovely. See, I'm pressing escape instead of backing out, because sometimes you have to escape out of some of the modes. So we need all the windows, we need the doors, the trunk or the boot, and the hood or the bonnet. And we need a front bumper, I presume. Yeah, front and rear bumpers, all the lights, everything. Let's try and do the best we can here at a guess. So we're going to have to run through it. Do we have an engine cover? Yes, we do. Do we have a front bumper? No. Which one do we want? The one with the black grills? I've decided the car's going to be blue, guys. I think I'm going to do it blue. What I want to do is make it as close as I can to the color of my car, because I want it darker than that. So if I have it the color of my car in the paint booth, when I get it out, it'll look darker and should be the correct one, or close to what I want. Something like that. Right, so we need a door. We need a front left window. I don't think there's any tint versions. We need a front left fender. Now there are A's and B's on this. One's got a little glitch going down and one doesn't. I'm going to get the glitchy ones, this little bit at the end here, because it might be something to do with the body kit on it. So we'll get both sides of those. I need the right hand door, I need the right hand glass, definitely need a windscreen. Going to get this nice hood, the rear window on that side. I'm going to get these, I'm going to need two of these. Oh no, it's a left, it actually says left. Okay, fair enough. Left side mirror. Now, two tail lights. Now, I like this because it does that little shape thing on that edge there. It's shaped nicer than this one, so I'm going to go with this. It's on my personal taste, of course. Now this one I'm going to go with the deeper red lights. That's all I can tell that one has. Okay, so that one's got the two end plates, and this has got smaller end plates. Okay, we'll go with the bigger end plates then. Rear window, back window, right headlight. I might not prefer those after all, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. That one, we went with that one. And the trunk, do we have the one in the middle or the one where it goes all the way across? I think all the way across, it's kind of kitschy and cool. Right, so I think that's everything. So if we put it all on the car now, into assemble mode, and then just start piecing it all together. I haven't got the engine cover on yet, but we'll put that on in the end of the day. Yeah. Okay, put that in there, and put that in there, stick a door on it. That's primer. And put that on there. Can I reach the hood from here? Just about. And rear bumper. Those nice kitschy rear lights. Oh yeah, I like those. Didn't get the number plate, but that's because it's in a different shop. Oh, that's looking nice, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, that rear end looks beautiful. I was never a big Porsche fan, you know, but over the last few years, I've kind of gotten into them, and I thought, yeah, I really like them. The new ones are looking nice and all. So, apart from the rear plate, yeah, you see, look, when the car's painted in blue, these black meshes are going to look quite nice. I look the way the light is glinting off the windscreen there. Look at that. Very cool. All right, I think that is everything. Global body condition. What are we missing apart from the engine cover? Oh, the fenders, of course. Right, the fenders. Oh, front left window. Okay, I missed that. So the two fenders and the rear license plate, which I know about, and the engine cover, which I already have. So I'm missing this. I missed that out. All right. Now, if we open the trunk, and we can put on... now, I think we have to go into interior. No. How do I get the engine cover back on? Is it assemble mode? It is assemble mode. Fine. Alright, so there's the engine cover on. Now the fenders go down at the bottom. Oh, cannot get this thing back into normal mode. Walk away. Thank you. Okay, now assemble. I'll put those on down there. It could be that one of them is like these bottom fenders. Sometimes you get parts that don't get painted with the car and parts that do get painted with the car. Right then, so to finish the car off before it goes for painting, we need to go into number plates, and I'm going to put this one, if I can find it quickly enough, I'm going to put it on British plates. Ugh. What if I just type in GB, would that work? No. Great. Yeah, okay, there we go. So, what was it again? 993? Oh, I can't remember. Wait. Because just a normal number plate is... Oh, what am I doing? Just a normal number plate is like $85. Oh, 911 GT3. GT... Oh, what a great number plate. GT3RS. Yeah, we'll do that. Just a normal number plate is like $85, but it's $100, but $85 for me. But as soon as you start adding a private plate, it's suddenly $150. GT3RS 1. I don't know. Let's just do RS like that. It's not quite a legal private plate here. Alright, so we'll be seeing this thing on this Silverstone racetrack. I somehow feel that it needs more sportier wheels, but I'm okay with this. Right, status, 100% all through. Now the car is 172,000 with a 34 bonus. That's lovely, because that means the whole value is 200,000. Oh, 206,582. I'm going to write that down. 206,582, because I want to know, after painting, is that going to go up to 207,582? Will I get my money back? Will I get more? Right, we're going to move to paint shop. Oh, the dyno should be interesting. Well, at least we know we've got oil in the car. So, I'm going to just go to Google Images. Porsche 911 GT3, and I'm even going to put the year in 2016, and now I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. by way of transitioning. So these are real versions. So the reds look good. I don't know whether these two just look, these are the same red, or if it's just different lighting on the photos. The silver looks great. And as you can see, the wheels on this, and it hasn't got the spoiler, but I noticed on the trunk, I don't think it gave us an option of no spoiler. I think we had to have one, because some of these look better without. There's the yellow I was telling you about, racing yellow. So, look, it's got the headlights that we put on, and the dark grills that we put on, but we put the bonnet with the grills on as well. And it's got the wing, but the wheels would have to be black by the looks of it. They look black. I can respray the wheels black, it's not a problem. £184,000 this Porsche. So we're in the right ballpark for the money, $200,000. That's right in the ballpark. Has that got rear wheel steering? Oh, no, it's not. It's had a crash. I was going to say, because even rear wheel steering doesn't come out that far. It's been in a smash, the poor thing. Yeah, these oranges are okay. I did think of orange. That's nice, like a burnt orange kind of thing. That's nice. And this isn't quite the lime green I was going for. I'm talking lime green, like proper lime green. I was hoping to get a nice livery on the car, but no option. I'm not going to go purple on this one. Lots of them in this orangey red color. It's not quite a Ferrari red. That does look Ferrari red there, but it's not quite. Not quite. Yeah, so something like this, but I want to go with a darker blue. Look at the wheel color though. They've even done the wheels in that color as well, which looks nice. Yeah, this is cool. Yellow with black rims. It would mean taking the rims off, splitting them, repainting them, joining them back, rebalancing. But I would do it. But that looks nice. Yellow. See what I mean? Certain cars can pull off yellow and some just don't. Especially cars that are just your standard everyday road car, you know, not a performance car. They don't tend to pull yellow off. That's nice. I quite like it. I'm not really a person that's into yellow cars per se, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So if it's not yellow, then it'll be blue, but if it's blue, then I won't paint the wheels black. But this is not the blue that I want. What I want is something like Estoril Blue 2. My car is just Estoril Blue, but Estoril Blue 2 is a little bit darker. Let's see if my internet works. Don't know what's taking it so long. Come on, what's the matter with you? I don't know why. My internet is working. Okay, so this is Estoril Blue 2. It's a little bit darker than the one I have. So I was going to go for something like this on the Porsche. I wonder if I type in Porsche whether we'll actually see one, or if anyone's even done one. But trying to get this shade in the game, that's going to be a nightmare. I think because I've unsubscribed from Sky TV, I think they are slowing down my internet on purpose. What's going on? I've never known it this slow. You see, this is got a 7 series in Estoril Blue. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a 7 series in that colour. And yeah, just to put this on the Porsche. but this is a ridiculous amount of time to wait. I will pause and I'll be back when my internet wakes up. Right. So, I guess it's gonna look something like this. I'm looking at it now, and it kind of doesn't suit the Porsche as well as it does the BMW. Yeah, I think the BMW suits it better. Now this, whew, that's nice. That is nice with the black wheels. I don't know, I'll probably stick with alloy color. See, it kind of works on the Carrera. Decisions. I shouldn't really labor over these decisions. It's not going to make any difference. So I think what we'll do is maybe have a look in the paint shop, see what it's going to do. Maybe pick the yellow. Great, busted nose. And then go and change the wheels to black. So let's see what it gives us with, if we go to, now we need metallic. Now liveries, what are the choices? Oh, it does do the GT3RS. Well, I'm going to want it in black then. Okay, so saturate right up. Yes, that's what we want. That diarrhea brown. Didn't want to say it, but there you go. Right, so if you brighten that up. Yes, it does look good in McLaren orange, but it's not a McLaren. I think I will do it in yellow, guys, because I've just realized why. As a tribute to the Yellowbird, the rough Yellowbird. It's getting green. Oh, the lime green, by the way. Something like this. You see? I like it. I like it. I'm going to go with yellow. I like this shade, this Tweety Pie kind of shade, but what I don't know is when we get it outside, is it going to look right? So maybe the brightness should go right up. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Oh, I know there's probably so many different colors I could have gone for there, and the car would have looked absolutely beautiful. But now it has to go back on the lifter. Oh, it does look nice though. Jesus. Should I keep the wheels like that or do them in black? I don't want it absolutely jet black, maybe like a very dark grey, because I want it to stand out from the tyres. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be black. So close to black, but not black. Oh, this looks very nice. With all the black trims and stuff. What about the rear end? The rear end looked more menacing when it was darker, a darker colour. But I like it. It does look very, very nice. And this is coming from somebody who's not into black, yellow cars, I should say, not black. Not really a fan of black cars with black wheels either. But I've been through all that before. So, black. My first car was black with black wheels. No, my third car was black with black wheels. So I've been there, done it. It was also my very first Honda. And it was a very cool car. Honda Accord hatchback thing. Right, so anyway, let's separate. I know, we gotta sit through this. I'll be back when I've done this, guys. Right, all the wheels are separated. So we're going to paint. Oh, we get to paint the clamshell. Ah! I've not put that on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yes, why has it got one then? And it is painted in the same shade as the body. That's okay. What the hell? Why have I got two more in my inventory? Did I buy them? I must have done. Let's leave them. Let's leave them. If they're there at the end, we'll sell them to the highest bidder. Okay, so we're going to paint rim number 1. And rather than choose absolute black, I'm going to increase the brightness to around 10, which is going to be enough, I think, just that. Now let's have a look at these options here. Not matte, no, not this time. Pearl, chrome, black chrome. Let's go in between. Let's choose pearl. But then does pearl make it look lighter? Okay, so there's metallic. It's about the same. I'm going to bring the brightness down to about... Actually, it's not making much of a difference, if I'm honest. Don't want to go too far with it. Okay, so... Alright, Pearl 008. Go. Executive decision has been made. Next one. Doesn't remember the settings. Pearl. Go. And the next one. Whether this works or not, we're going to be sticking with it. Always looks like a lot of overspray there. And finally, this dude. If I did one at 000, I wonder if you'd notice the difference. Or if I did one in metallic and one in pearl, would we notice the difference? Okay. I think that yellow's okay. Yeah, I said I didn't want to go with a orangey tint, didn't I? Right, so install. Let's see what this looks like. Is there a reddish tinge to that because of its bouncing off? I don't think so. No. No. I think I'm hallucinating there. Alright. Join the next one up. If they ever do another car mechanic sim, I hope they let us do multicolored rims, like where you can have a chrome barrel and a black metal. That would be kind of cool. I dread to think what power this thing's producing. It's probably going to go to the thousands again. It seems to me when I use performance parts maxed out that it delves, it dips its toe into the 1000 brake horsepower arena. Let's get rid of these. I don't know why I ended up with these. I must have clicked something. And I notice on the browser, on this picture here, you'll just see one in the background in yellow. it looks a bit less yellow than the one we have, but still. This game, when I switch to the browser, it means this game goes into the background, or it minimizes, and it doesn't seem to carry on. You know, it just pauses when it's in the background. Alright, so let's get these wheels on and then see what we have. So we're going to part mount a 305. Okay, it's still blacker than what I wanted, but what can you do? Ah! Cancel. Nearly. Can I get this one? Ah. The world's bendiest mechanic. There she is, guys. Whoops. I didn't hold the mouse button down long enough. Yeah, it looks better with the black wheels. I'm gonna say it does. But only because the car is a bright colour. Just because the car's yellow. And there she is, with the lights all working and everything. Whoa. Right, has the price gone up from 206,582? No. So that $1,000 paint job, I didn't get any extra money for that. What a waste. So the paint jobs, that's such a rip-off. I painted the wheels and I repainted the car in yellow. So if I'd kept it in all that grey with the doors and the bumper in primer, and if I hadn't painted the car at all, I would have got the same money for it. Big tip there, guys. If you're short of money, don't paint the car. Just sell it as it is, unless you're doing it for a customer and the customer has requested it. I nearly sold the car there. Right, now we're going to get into the, I haven't got inside the car yet. We're going to move it to the dyno and let's see what kind of power this thing's producing. It looks nice. What a great job we've done with this car, I think. From a rusty junk bucket that looked like, as I said, it needed to be turned into baked bean tins, to now. So current horsepower 420, current torque is 519 Newton meters. Let's run the dyno and see what monster we have created with this thing. Twin turbo already, so okay, 61 and 55, that's okay. Not anywhere near 1,000 horsepower then, like some other vehicles. But then again, the starting power wasn't that great. The starting was only 420 and 519, but 800 exactly Newton meters of torque and 677 horsepower. That's gonna make it shift down the road at some rate of knots, I can assure you. So, some weird shading going on there. I don't even know what this thing sounds like. Quiet. Another thing with these, with modern cars these days, especially but performance cars, like mid-range ones, like Audi RS range kind of cars. They've all got these soft limiters on now, so you can't even rev them up in neutral. It's weak, namby, pamby, snowflakey. Ugh. Right, let's get it onto the speed track, and I'm going to say that we'll be pushing 0 to 60 in around 3.2. I don't know, just a guess. I haven't, did I put slicks on? Yes. Yeah, we did put slicks on, so okay, 3.2. Not to 100. Oh, the metallic is too metallic. I'm going to choose pearl paint next time. The metallic effect is too much. It looks like it's been wrapped in foil. Some of you might like that, but I prefer the paint look. Okay. Let it rip. Whoa! Took off nicely. 2.9. Don't forget, I have not modified the gearbox. It's a performance box, but I have not modified it yet. Yet. 6th gear. It's got plenty of time to go yet. What's the rev limiter on this? I don't know. Well, it actually hit 300 as well in 22.9. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to modify the gearbox. 2.9 seconds from 0 to 60. That's enough to put your lungs wrapped around your spine. 0 to 200 kilometers or 120 miles an hour in 8.4. And 0 to 300 kilometers per hour, which is 186 miles an hour, I believe, at 22.8. So not quite Bugatti Bolide performance. The calculated speed, they haven't done it yet, but the calculated speed on a Bugatti Bolide is 0 to, let me just get my calculator out. Guys, you don't even want to know. The 0 to 60 time of a Bugatti Bolide is only 2.6. Now I say only because there are faster cars than that. I think the Tesla Roadster is going to burn that. But that's kind of a Bugatti Veyron can do it in that kind of time. But the Bugatti Bolide can go from 0 to 311 miles an hour. Yes, 311 miles an hour. In other words, 500 kilometers per hour from standstill in 20.6 seconds. What would that do to your internal organs? And I tell you what, that's just calculated figures, based on the performance. That's just a computer simulated figures. I think the car's just a single prototype. I don't even think it works. But if you Google Bugatti Bolide, B-O-L-I-D-E, it's a car built purely for speed. I think it's got a Bugatti Chiron engine in it, except the car weighs like half as much or something. Yeah, absolutely crazy. The fact that it's got 0 to 500 kilometers per hour, 311 miles an hour, and it'll hit that in 20 seconds, supposedly. Let's see if they ever do put it on a test bed that can do that. Right, so let's do one last thing then, which is have a bit of fun. We'll go to the abandoned aeropuerto. I will not be setting any lap times with this. I am done with that aspect of my life. Alright, let's see what this thing does on some waste ground. No, I don't like the colour here. It looks better in the showroom. The metallic colour in the outside world, there you go, that's better. That's better. this, when it goes darker, that colour, it looks like foil. You see on the door? Sounds like a bit of a vacuum cleaner. Whoa. I couldn't get any turn out of it at all. I turned the front wheels, it was understeering. I had to hit the handbrake because it was going to hit the barrier. Whoa. There's definitely better grip on the slicks though. Okay. Didn't quite get through that. That would have looked really cool if I'd slid through the hangar doors. Oh, I should mention that I have put the steering sensitivity back up to 100%. I did do that. It was on 60. I had it down to 60, but I wish you had like a manual gears as well, but yes, just being a complete hooligan. Alright. That's what it kind of goes like. Right, let's get it sold. Now that we've smashed the back end in. A little bit of polish. I'll never notice it. Thankfully, all the cars that comes out of Rusty's garage are indestructible. Right, that's what the car should look like. That colour. That's nice. Right then. GT3RS. Which means real speedy. Okay, so let's get it out the way. Everything is 100%, so we've got the maximum bonus. And now we've got the, instead of factory engine power, now it's the measured engine power. Nice numbers on that one. And enjoy your new owner. And another car bites the dust. This guy is worth 909,000, almost $1 million, with a restoration bonus of this. So I've not even touched it. I bought the car for 825,000, I think it was. I can already make 120,000 on it. Now I know I don't get anything for the paint job, and the global parts are at 73. Unfortunately, because of the fact that it involves camshaft caps and engine blocks, it means I do have to strip the entire engine down in order to get this thing working again, which is a shame. It is a shame, and probably, I mean, I don't know, but probably the running gear as well is going to need some maintenance. Let's have a look underneath. I don't really know what condition it's in. Yeah, there is some areas. It's a little bit though. I think all the running gear can be repaired. None of it looks like it's really bad. That engine looks really nice. So this will be next. Let's get rid of this so we can see the engine. Look at this thing. Is that just a cover? It is. So what's really under there? A miniature engine. See, they did this in the what was it called? The Trabant. It's like a little engine. I'm sure once it goes onto the stand it'll be full size. But I think you can just clearly just choose the size of the engine that you want. No, that's not quite right. Oh well, now I'm in a bit of a tizzle. Maybe I've got to select engine and then part mount. Yeah, you see there's no parts missing. But also, how do I put the engine cover on? How do I put... That's not what I wanted either. Come back. How do I put the engine cover on when it's asking me for the clamshell to go on? Oh, I know. You put the clamshell on first, then you step away, then you go forward. Oh no, you can't. It doesn't lift up. It doesn't lift up. So it has to come off. So how do I prioritize the engine cover? This is just stupid. Got to take the front end off, I guess, then. Yep. Now the engine cover can go on. Then the front end can go on. And then the front clamshell can go on. Okay. One day I am going to save and return to the menu. Go away! Right, so the engine is complete, but it needs some maintenance on it. So we'll be doing this next, and is it missing headlights, or is it just, are they just in there? Anyway. Right, and then we'll go on to the Honda Prelude and do that. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.